Have you ever noticed how he used to text you constantly, always calling first, making plans? And then suddenly something changed? The messages slowed down, the energy shifted. That sinking feeling in your stomach tells you everything you need to know. Stop right now. What you do in the next few days will absolutely determine everything in your relationship. Because the truth is that when you pull away the right way, he won't just notice. He'll feel it deeply and everything will shift in your favor. As Dr. Joe Dispenza has demonstrated in his research on neuroscience and energy fields, we're not just talking about emotional games. We're talking about actual quantum energy that you emit and he unconsciously picks up on. Esther Perel, one of the world's leading relationship experts, has repeatedly confirmed that desire doesn't flourish in constant availability, but in the space between two people. By the end of this video, you'll have learned exactly how to activate his deepest desire, make him chase you relentlessly, and most importantly, do it in a way that's genuine without manipulation. Imagine being in the same place 6 months from now, still checking your phone, still analyzing messages, still wondering where you stand with him, versus being in a relationship where he constantly seeks your attention, values your presence, and does everything to secure his place in your life. Each day you spend chasing, waiting, analyzing, is a day your energy is being wasted on a pattern that literally repels what you want to attract. First, I'll reveal why silence has a magnetic power that words will never have. Then you'll learn Dispenza's energy transmutation method applied to relationships. Finally, I'll show you the exact method that transformed stagnant relationships into passionate commitments in just 14 days, including a Hollywood celebrity who was about to end her relationship until she applied this method. Before we continue, think about the last time you felt anxious about your relationship. Remember exactly what you did. Probably trying to get answers, clarity, or reassurance from him. Now imagine if you had done exactly the opposite. This energetic reversal is the heart of what we'll learn today. As Dr. Dispenza explains in his work on neuroplasticity, the human brain is programmed to value what seems to be slipping away. That's why luxury brands intentionally limit their products. Scarcity increases perceived value. When you're constantly available, responding immediately, always saying yes, always waiting, you inadvertently create a situation where there's no urgency, no mystery, no desire. Beyoncé and Jay-Z are a perfect example. In her song Dance for You, Beyoncé sings about the power of creating desire through distance. Their relationship has survived ups and downs because she maintains her independence and mystery. She's not constantly seeking validation from him. Think about this. When you listen to music, it's not just the notes that create beauty, but also the silences between them. Without these moments of pause, everything transforms into noise. Relationships work exactly the same way. Silence creates an energetic vacuum, and the law of attraction teaches us that nature abhors a vacuum. When you create this space, masculine energy naturally moves to fill it. Psychologists call this psychological reactance. When someone feels they're losing freedom or access to something they took for granted, their natural response is to try to regain control. When you're always available, always saying yes, always waiting, there's no reactance. But the moment you silently pull back, even slightly, something profound happens in the masculine psyche. As Esther Perel says, desire needs space. Fire needs air. Without air, the fire dies. Your silence is the air that allows his desire to grow. Here's where the magic happens. The moment of energetic transmutation that Dr. Dispenza describes in his work. When you interrupt the pattern of chasing and start directing your energy inward, you literally change the frequency you're emitting. And this new frequency, of fullness instead of need, of peace instead of anxiety, creates ripples in the quantum field that he can feel, even without consciously understanding what changed. Jennifer Aniston used exactly this principle after her divorce from Brad Pitt. Instead of speaking publicly or trying to justify her position, she pulled back, focused on herself, and her silence created a wave of public support and eventually attracted new relationships into her life. Think for a moment. When was the last time you felt truly magnetic in a relationship? Was it when you were trying to control the outcome, or when you were immersed in your own life, confident and complete? Now that we understand the science behind the power of silence, let's discover exactly how to implement the silent attraction method in practice. Most relationship advice will tell you to communicate more, express your feelings, tell him what you want. And in some contexts, that's valuable. But when it comes to rekindling attraction, this advice can be fatally wrong. Here's the paradox that Dr. Dispenza reveals in his work on quantum energy. Sometimes the most powerful communication happens without words. It's energetic, not verbal. The first step in the transmutation method is to consciously redirect your energy inward, not outward. Start by establishing a daily 15-minute practice focused on your own energy field. It could be meditation, exercise, art, anything that makes you feel connected to yourself. Next, you need to create an energetic vacuum. This means gradually reducing the frequency of contact. Not abruptly or punitively, but naturally. Respond a bit more slowly to messages. End conversations at a high point rather than dragging them on. Finally, you need to recalibrate your vibrational frequency to abundance instead of scarcity. Every time you feel the urge to check your phone, text him, or seek validation from him, replace it with a moment of gratitude for what you already have in your life. A well-known actress in Hollywood, who must remain anonymous, was in a relationship with a producer for 3 years. He began pulling away, canceling plans, seeming increasingly distant. She implemented the silent attraction method, redirected her energy to her work and well-being, created space by not being so available, and recalibrated her vibrational frequency through the gratitude practice Dr. Dispenza recommends. In just 16 days, not weeks or months, the dynamic completely shifted. He started calling daily, planning trips together, and finally admitted he had begun taking the relationship for granted and that her distance made him realize how much she meant to him. The biggest energetic trap is what Esther Perel calls desperation energy. That state where you're constantly monitoring, analyzing, trying to figure out what he's thinking or feeling. This energy literally repels what you want to attract. It's like trying to hold sand. The tighter you grip, the more it slips through your fingers. Dr. Dispenza explains that your vibrational state is contagious. When you emit a vibration of fullness and peace instead of need and anxiety, you become magnetic, not repulsive. Close your eyes right now for 10 seconds and imagine how it would feel to be completely secure and at peace, regardless of what he is or isn't doing. How would it feel to redirect all that energy you spend worrying about him back to yourself? Feel that energetic shift. That sensation you just experienced, of peace and centeredness, is your natural state of power. It's in this state that you activate the law of attraction most powerfully. And it's from this place that he'll feel an irresistible attraction to you, without you saying a single word. Let's be clear. The silent attraction method isn't about playing games or manipulating. As Dr. Dispenza explains, it's about realigning your energy with your true power, not about trying to control another person. Esther Perel clearly differentiates between punitive silence, which is manipulative and toxic, and restorative space, which is healthy and regenerative. We're talking about the latter. The intention behind your silence changes everything. When you create space to reconnect with yourself rather than trying to punish or manipulate, you emit a completely different frequency. And it's this frequency that he'll feel. Here's the exact 14-day protocol that transformed stagnant relationships into deep, passionate connections. This method combines Dispenza's neuroscience principles with Perel's insights on desire. Days 1 to 3 focus on internal recalibration. Exclusively focus on practices that elevate your vibration. Dispenza's guided meditation for cellular reprogramming is particularly powerful here. Do it morning and evening. Days 4 to 7 involve implementing the vacuum. Begin implementing the energetic vacuum. Respond to messages with a 30 to 60-minute delay. End conversations first. Don't initiate contact but stay warm and receptive when he does. Days 8 to 14 are about source amplification. In this final phase, increase your investment in activities that genuinely fulfill you. As Esther Perel emphasizes, desire flourishes when you're perceived as a source of pleasure and joy in your own life. As you implement this method, there will be clear signs of change in his energy. He'll begin initiating more contact, asking more questions, showing more curiosity about your life. Megan Fox intentionally applied this principle in her relationship with Machine Gun Kelly. In interviews, she mentioned how creating space for herself intensified the connection between them, leading him to pursue her more actively. When he starts showing more interest, it's crucial not to immediately revert to old patterns. Dr. Dispenza emphasizes the importance of maintaining your new vibrational frequency. Receive his interest with appreciation, but continue prioritizing your own well-being and fullness. The biggest challenge many women face is resisting the temptation to constantly check their phone or social media. To overcome this, use Dr. Dispenza's substitution technique. replacing the compulsive behavior with a conscious moment of gratitude. Another common obstacle is fear that he'll interpret your space as disinterest and give up. But as Esther Perel observes, this fear arises from scarcity mindset, not truth. In reality, well-implemented space increases interest, not diminishes it. If you notice you've reverted to old patterns, don't punish yourself. Simply acknowledge, readjust, and return to the method. Consistency over time is more important than perfection at any moment. What do you think happens in the masculine brain when he feels your energetic absence? The answer might surprise you, and it's exactly why this method is so powerful. Now that you understand how to implement the silent attraction method, let's explore how to integrate this into a sustainable lifestyle that will keep your relationship vibrant for years, not just weeks. Let's review the 3 powerful secrets you've learned today. First, the power of the energetic vacuum that creates desire. Second, the energy transmutation method that transforms need into magnetic power. Third, the strategic implementation that makes him the pursuer, not you. As Dr. Dispenza explains, these principles are perfectly aligned with the law of attraction. What you emit is what you receive. When you emit frequencies of peace, fullness, and genuine joy, you attract a relationship that reflects those qualities. And remember that sometimes, silence communicates more powerfully than any words. As Esther Perel says, desire needs mystery. It needs novelty. It needs the unexpected. Your strategic silence creates exactly that. This method isn't just for the initial attraction phase or rekindling a flame. It's a fundamental principle for lasting, satisfying relationships, as demonstrated by the happiest and most connected couples. Barack and Michelle Obama perfectly exemplify this principle. In her memoirs, Michelle explicitly talks about how maintaining her separate identity and giving each other space strengthened their marriage over the years, even under the intense pressure of the presidency. And it's not just anecdotal. Neuroscience research confirms that long-term relationships that maintain high levels of attraction are those where both partners maintain a sense of autonomy and mystery. Dr. Dispenza's heart coherence technique can keep your energy centered and magnetic when practiced daily. Consider a weekly check-in with yourself to assess where your energy is flowing. Ask yourself, am I directing more energy toward him or toward my own life and passions? Continue creating and honoring spaces of separation in the relationship. As Esther Perel emphasizes, these moments of separation are what make the moments of connection so powerful. Remember that your true power lies not in controlling another person's actions, but in becoming so aligned with your authentic self that you naturally attract what resonates with your highest vibration. The universe responds not to your words or actions, but to the energy you consistently emit. As you implement this silent attraction method, trust in this timeless truth. When you fill your own cup first, you become an overflowing fountain rather than an empty vessel seeking to be filled. This energetic abundance is irresistible not just to romantic partners, but to all forms of prosperity and joy in your life. If this video helped you see relationships in a new light, please hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on applying the law of attraction to create the life and relationships you truly desire. Your transformation begins the moment you choose to redirect your energy from external seeking to internal power. Wow, you've tapped into the law of attraction. Feel that positive energy? This video found you for a reason. Let's amplify it together. Subscribe to manifest more life-changing content. Like to send positivity back to the universe. Share with someone you care about. You'll both benefit. Comment below with your thoughts or questions. Your engagement grows our community. Next video, I'll reveal a secret to manifest desires faster. Don't miss it. Join our vibrant community of manifestors. Let's co-create an incredible reality together. Your journey to unlimited abundance starts now. I believe in you.